Welcome back, Cardboard Warriors. How you doing tonight? So this awesomely well packaged and well maintained, definitely cared for box just showed up from Goodwill. One of the collections I bought with their amazing Moijik, Noijik, Nipajik. All right. Anyway, so. This is another collection I got from Goodwill. This one, I only paid, what did I pay for this? $55 plus shipping and tax and stuff, so about $65 probably after all said and done to get it here. What do we got? What do we got? We got, oh, hopefully there's some cards in here somewhere. Got paper. Oh, there we go. There's a row of cards underneath. Literally one row of cards. Interesting. Very interesting. To be honest, I don't remember which collection this was. I don't remember why I bought it. So I guess we'll just kind of pull cards out and start digging through them and see what we get. Hopefully we don't get as hosed as bad as we did on the last one there. The last one I paid $150 for, and I think I got $52 worth of cards. So that was a little rough. Not gonna lie, hurt a little. Stung at my inner core a bit. Cards going every direction here. This is a pretty big box for one little row of cards. We'll see what happens here. Ugh. Knocking them over. Knocking them over. Alright, let's get this giant thing out of the way. Try to do that without making a huge mess. There we go. There's our cards. So these little stacks here. So about $65, like I said, after all said and done. Let's dig through, see if there's anything worth anything. All right, basic lands right on top. That's what we want to see. Looks like Theros lands. Some commons from Battle for Zendikar, Khans, Theros. More basic lands, of course. Same sets. If you guys see anything in the common or uncommon slot that's a hit, let me know. I'm not terribly familiar with a lot of these sets. I haven't played until November. I hadn't played for 12 years. So, oh, there's a rare. Profaner of the Dead from Khans. Let's see if, oh, that's dragons. My bad. I don't think it's worth anything then, because I don't think there's much worth anything in dragons. I do have a scanner next to me on my tablet. It's the TCG Player app. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We'll see. Hopefully it isn't too finicky today. Used to work really good, but then they did a updates here recently, and it stopped working very well. Skirk Familiar from Urza Saga, probably nothing, but hey, why not? We'll scan the uncommons too. Oh, it's actually a $5 card. I was not expecting that. Wow. Skirk Familiar, why are you so expensive? Let me see. 5-drop, 3/2 flyer. Choose and discard a card, add black to your mana pool, play this as a mana source. Okay. Cool art on it. I do like the artwork on that. Who is that? That's Ron Spencer. Oh, that explains it. Ron Spencer always had some good art back in the day. Alright, so we actually got a $5 card so far, so it's not complete bulk. Battlefield Percher from Nemesis. Onslaught, nice. Commons. Zendikar, original Zendikar. Here's an old card, a Mercadian Mask. The Saprazan Breaker. Another rare from Khans, Howl of the Horde. That time it is Khans. We got a Modern Masters card in here, so that's a decent size. 44 cents on the Khans rare. Hopefully there's more Masters cards in here. That'd be nice. Some Masters Mythics would be really nice. Alright, let's keep digging through. This kind of looks like the same collection as the one I bought before, but I'm pretty sure they're from totally different Goodwills. So that would be very weird. Although they're both from the same website and ended around the same time, so could be. Could be some shenanigans there. They could have just listed it from a different Goodwill than it actually went from. It's just strikingly familiar to the last one I just opened. Although there's a lot more dragons in this one. There wasn't any dragons of Tarkir in the other one, I don't think. But like all these older cards, there was just random Onslaught and stuff in there. Oh, M14 rare, Elite Arcanist. Check that one. Nothing. 49 cents. Yeah, that's what I figured. So, nothing but bulk so far. We'll have to see. Mythic Pearl Lake Ancient. I'm pretty sure he's not worth anything. And another rare, Berserker's Onslaught, so that's good. At least we're getting some rares and mythics in here. That's always a wonder with these, you know. So a lot of time they tend to, well, Berserker's Onslaught was $1.29 from cons, or dragons, I mean. So a lot of times they'll just show you a couple rares or mythics on top of the photo, and you'll end up thinking that the whole collection's full of them, and you'll bid real high, and then you get the collection, and those were literally the only rares and mythics in the entire collection. So that happens a lot, so it's nice when I find one that wasn't in the photo, or at least I don't recall from the photo, that is actually worth a couple bucks. So it means they might not have actually sorted through it, which odds are they probably did, but they might have just missed some. Somebody that wasn't terribly knowledgeable probably sorted through it. It's not often you're gonna get a really, you know, big card in one of these Goodwill collections. Just laying it out there. I wouldn't bid real high on these. I mean, people go pretty crazy on them. I get bid up all the time on these, and I'm like, what do you see that I don't see? Because I don't see anything worth what you're bidding there, buddy. But but people get pretty excited about them. I don't know if it's just the gamblers' excitement there. They're just like, it's like I remember in the early days of eBay, you know, I got hooked on just trying to outbid the other guy, you know, trying to win the auction, you know. It was more of less about what I was buying and more about how I was going about buying it, you know, more of the excitement of, ooh, I want it, I beat the other guys, you know. It was a competition to get the products, you know, and I spent so much money. Another Cons rare, Herald of Influenza. Oh, no, Anafenza. Okay. So, yeah, it was more of the competition of just outbidding the other opponent than, or outbidding the other bidder than actually what I wanted. Volcanic Vision, another rare from Dragons. Another rare from Fate Reforged. I don't think there's anything in Fate Reforged worth anything right now. I opened a box of Fate Reforged recently on the channel, and I think there was like $50 worth of cards in the whole box. That one was 32 cents. Yep, that's what I figured. So, yep. Oh, a Tempest card, Screeching Harpy. Pretty sure that was a common. Upside down card. It's a land. It's a land. All right. Here we go. There's an uncommon on top of this one. M15. Oh, Legion's uncommon. There we go. Wow, this one's all kinds of disheveled. All kinds of out of order. Another Tempest card, Spinal Graft. That one may have been an uncommon. Let's take a look-see. 19-cent common. Yep. I guess that was one I just didn't get a lot of when I was younger. I used to have a lot of these older cards because I started the day Revised dropped. So I used to have a lot of these, and it seemed like the commons obviously I had a lot more of than the uncommons of those older sets. So, you know, without the rarity logo being a different color, or, you know, the different colored rarities on them, it was hard to tell. It was hard to remember all the cards and remember what was common and what was uncommon and what was rare. Plus, some of those earlier sets, like Arabian Nights and Antiquities and stuff, didn't have the 3 rarities. They had like U1s and U3s and C1s and C3s. So there was actually, like, they kind of had mythics back then. They had more common rares and there were so the C1 was common one. You gotta guess the remains, rare from Legions. Check that one. So common 1 or common 3, or uncommon 1 or uncommon 3. So there's 4 different rarities, 35 whole cents on the Legion's rare there. And we got another couple more Dragons rares and a Cons rare. There we go. All right, getting some rares in here. And so I just kind of guessed it by how many I managed to like pick up. You know, if I had a whole row of them in my box of that particular set, then I figured it was a little more rare. or I mean a little more common. And if I had very few of them, I figured it was an uncommon or rare. So it was a little harder to tell back then. Revel the Fallen God from Journey into Nyx. So far, all these rares were just under 50 cents. Oh, Mythic. Phoenix, God of Deception from Born of the Gods. I don't remember it, and I've opened some Born of the Gods, so probably nothing exciting. But we'll scan it. Oh, hey, $9.62. Is it in decent shape? It's not too bad. A little bit of marking on the side there, but nothing major, so not too bad. There we go. Actual hit. Hit number 2. We're up to $20. All right, let's a third of our money back. And we got a Mage Ring Responder from Origins Rare. So yeah, if it's something that I remember seeing a lot of my boxes, I assume it was a common. If I didn't see it much, I assumed it was you know, uncommon or rare. So I don't remember seeing the Spinal Grafts too much, although I didn't get a lot of Tempest because I quit the first time right after Homelands, and just because a lot of my friends quit, so I didn't really have too many people to play with at the time, and you know, I was young and broke and had to work a lot, and you know, couldn't afford to buy many cards as it was. When I started in the early days, I would go to Friday Night Magic, which back then wasn't Friday Night Magic, that didn't exist yet. It was just it was actually Saturday night. We'd all get together at the local game store and play. And we do like drafts and stuff once in a while. But we would, when I first started going there, I was so poor. Aether Snap from Commander 2014, looks like. Yeah, another Commander 2014 rare. Here we go. Oh, another one. Yeah. So a couple Infernal Offerings and a couple Aether Snaps. Aether Snap is 71 cents. Scan it again. Infernal Offering is $0.48. Wow, nothing there. Got excited there. So I was really poor. So you know, I think I was like working at a donut shop at the time and Pizza Hut. So I had like 2 jobs, and then I ended up getting a 3rd job at Denny's, so I was working 3 jobs, all full-time, so I was living on my own when I was 15, so yeah, I had to work a lot when I was younger, but didn't understand money, didn't understand how to save, didn't understand how to invest or anything, so when I go to the Magic Nights, Thought Weft Gambit from Shadowmoor. Yeah, it looks pretty expensive, probably not worth anything. Another rare from Fate Reforged, and another rare from one of the commanders, I think. So I'll scan those real quick. So what I would do is, so we would play until pretty late at night. We would all get together and play Magic for a while, and then we, once the local game store closed, which he stayed open later on Magic nights, but he still closed around like 11 or 12 or something. We would all meet up at like back then it was Perkins was the restaurant around here that was open 24 hours. There's Foil from Dragon's Maze. And we would all go out and we would, oh, I see some old cards. Anything good? Let's find out. We would all go out and we would eat and we would play Magic at the restaurant until the wee hours of the morning, you know, until the sun came up pretty much. And most nights I didn't have the money to actually be able to afford a meal, and I'm one of those people, Time Ebb from Tempest, I'm one of those people that won't go to a restaurant unless I can buy food and tip the waitress, you know. 20 whole cents, that's common. And, or Saga, Clarion Winds, I think that one might actually be a valuable common. Or Time Ebb, 61 cents valuable common. So not terribly valuable. But yeah, I won't go to a restaurant unless I can afford to buy a meal and tip the waitress. So every Saturday night, pretty much, I would take my, my most expensive or most valuable at the time cards and sell them to the other players so I could afford to go out to eat, to play Magic for the rest of the night. So it was kind of my buy-in for the after we left the LGS Nightmare. I know he's not worth anything because he's in the welcome decks. So I would, yeah, I would sell one of my cards or 2 of my cards so I could buy a meal and go play for the rest of the night with all my friends at the Perkins. So Master of the Feast from Journey into Nyx is a whole 80 cents. I got a foil from New Phyrexia. Enchanted Land is a Swamp. Oh, an Evil Presence. Wow, they reprinted that in that one. That's weird. Anyways, so like I was selling mirror universes and stuff for to people at the LGSs. What is that logo? There's like a little skull logo on it. That's cool. What set is this from? I want all of them. I want the skulls. I like skulls. I have an obsession with skulls for some reason. Says World Championship decks, but I don't think that's it. Let me see. There it is from the Graveborn deck. Sickening Dreams. Wow, Graveborn, huh? I'll have to check that out. Because I love that logo. Pretty neat. All right, a bunch of foils there, a bunch of black foils all of a sudden. But anyway, so I sold a lot of really, really good cards back then, every night. Wow, another logo I've never seen before. How many different products has Watchy made over the years? Jeez. So yeah, I would sell a lot of the good cards, so, you know, that obviously limited what I had in my collection. It says 2010, that is definitely not a 2010 logo. So, I lost a lot of good cards that way. Garruk versus Liliana, it says. Okay. Whatever. So yeah, it was pretty interesting how I did that, and I just didn't understand the value of the cards back then and the fact that they were going to be investable over time, or else I never would have sold my collection and stuff, and I never would have sold those cards every Saturday night just so I could go out to eat a meal, you know. I would have just skipped playing for the rest of the night, gone home, and had some really nice cards. I had some Weatherlight, Land War Sentinels, 3 of them. Probably not worth anything, but yeah, why not? We'll scan them. Yep, 21 cents a piece. All right. So, I quit a little bit after Homelands because all my friends stopped playing. Oh, I got old Fallen Empires. There we go. 2 of them. And I didn't play again until Invasion. Sunscorched Region from Dragons. So, I missed a lot of those sets. I did get a little bit of Alliances. Oh, this was actually $1.89. Nice. I did get a little bit of Alliances, I think, because like when I quit, I didn't quit. Dramaka the Eternal from Fate Reforged. I didn't quit. I still played with my friends. I just didn't go to the Magic Nights, and I wasn't buying boxes, and I wasn't a Foster. Okay. Weird. All right. Weird art on that one. So, I didn't actually quit and sell my collection at the time or anything. I just kind of stepped away from it. But because I was selling my cards on a regular basis, another Fate Reforged rare, another foil, I didn't have a whole lot of expensive stuff. But I did have like my dual lands and whatnot because they weren't really expensive at the time. so you know, they were only like $7 or $8 a piece probably back then. So they weren't terribly expensive. So I did keep all that. But yeah, it was so I did quit for a few years. Didn't really buy a lot. So when I came back around Invasion, I had a little bit better finances, but still pretty poor. But another one of these logos I don't recognize. Man, there must have been a lot more dual decks than I'm aware of here. A Wood of Seethings. Elspeth versus Tezzeret. Okay. And so I was buying boxes at that point. I bought some boxes in the early days. I bought a lot of boxes of the Dark, actually. So when the Dark came out, I bought several. I think I bought like 3 boxes of it, but it was a really small set. Foil Suspension Field. What if that's worth anything? So I did buy like 3 boxes of the Dark, which is actually enough to build 2 complete sets out of it. And I sold one and kept the other one. And then I had a bunch of extra like Maze of Iths and stuff that I traded for because I love that card. It's an awesome card. Still is an awesome card. And I'm really disappointed that I didn't pull it in any of the double masters that I bought, because I would really love to get Maze of Iths back, because yeah, it's just an awesome card. Nope, 48 cents on the Foil Suspension Field. And Sand Steep Mastodons. We are getting quite a few rares in this collection. They're just, most of them are bulk. And we get another one. Faded Retribution, huh? The Mastodon's 30 cents. See if the Retribution's worth anything. Probably not. So, yeah, when I got back in the game around Invasion, I did tend to buy a lot more boxes and stuff. Oh, I bought some boxes of Fallen Empires because they were only 50 bucks when they came out, and people were giving them away. You literally, you could not sell Fallen Empires when it came out. Nowadays, Museum Mortars, I'm pretty sure that one's bulk. Nowadays, you know, Fallen Empires sells for like 250 bucks a box, but back then, literally, like, you could not give them away for $50. So I did buy a few boxes of Fallen Empires just because they were cheap. But I opened them and I realized there's really nothing worth buying. You know, even at $50, I did not get any money out of the boxes. So I really just bought them because they were affordable and I wanted to open cards. So not much excitement there. But bought more boxes in the Invasion kind of era. So I did get a little bit more of a collection going back then during that time. But I didn't really get super serious until super serious until let me see, it was Mirrodin Block. Mirrodin Block, I got really serious about the game, and I was playing because now Friday Night Magic had come along, and you got the players' reward cards back then, which were really cool. Kind of like them a little better than I like the promo packs now. And the promo packs now are okay. Old Stronghold, common, Cloud Spirit there. And another rare, another Arc Bond. I already scanned one of those. They're not worth anything. So I did get a little more serious. Bought a lot more boxes and bought a lot more cards. And I was going back and buying collections and going back and buying older boxes because, you know, older boxes, even still around that Mirrodin time, weren't really that expensive. Prices did not jump up until this past time that I quit after I'd in like 2008 era, 2007, 2008, right around the time Lorwyn came out, I did sell my entire collection. I only kept the one deck that's on my homepage that you guys can see if you want to see my old vintage deck that I kept. Oh, look at that. An Archfiend of Depravity foil. Wow. Is that one of the ones that was worth something in Fate Reforged? There's old Fifth Dawn coming. Vicious Betrayal. The scanner's not going to scan it. I'm going to have to put it in manually real quick. Give me just a second. Oh, wait. Is it scanning it? Oh, it scanned it right as I hit enter manually. Let me go back. So, it's worth $4. Nice. Oh, wait, no, that says promo. And it accidentally scanned twice because that's what this app does. Unique and miscellaneous promos. That's not what it is. It is just a real old Fate Reforged foil. $1.85. Aww. I hate it when it does that. I'll put it in a sleeve just because it's foil. If you don't put it in a sleeve, it'll fold up like a hard taco in a second. So, where was I? I got distracted. Squirrel. So I was playing pretty heavy, and I did build quite a huge collection. Around that time, I was doing the whole DCI thing, and you know, after every tournament, logging in to see what my ranking in the area was. Oh, 2 more Scourge Familiars. Wasn't that the one that was like $1 something? No, they were like $5, weren't they? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? One thing I don't like about this app is that after you scanned it once, oh, it was $5.50 each. Nice. All right, let's put some sleeves on those. So 3. Oh, this one's pretty heavy played though. But 3 of the Scourge Familiars from Urza's Saga. Not bad. We're almost up to getting our money back now. Nice. And we still got 2 more stacks of cards to go. Hopefully we find some more cool stuff like that. Anyways, I keep getting distracted by cards, which is a good thing. We'd rather have hits than listen to me babble about the good old days there. But anyways, Don't remember where I was on the story. So I started getting more into the DCI thing and checking my rankings after every tournament every weekend and doing tournaments at other stores and doing multiple tournaments in a week and just pretty much going crazy with it. Got really heavy into it and stuff, and I always liked that from the Mirrodin block all the way through to Time Spiral. Yeah, the Time Spiral block, which was one of my favorite blocks ever. Mirrodin and Time Spiral definitely were my favorite blocks to draft and favorite blocks just to be around and open. And I was talking about how the cards weren't really that sought after back then. Sealed boxes weren't, like, people weren't investing in Magic really. I mean, some people were, but nothing like today. That really didn't start until while I was gone this last time. So sometime between 2008 and 2020 is when this Marsh Lurker, I don't remember that one. We'll scan it. Is when that kind of all the investors started getting into it. Hey, Gravedigger. Good old Tempest Gravedigger. 2 of them. 3 of them. Wow, 3 Tempest Gravediggers in a row. Probably common. Can't remember. Yep, common. So, yeah, there wasn't that value back then. I mean, you know, dual lands were $7-8 a piece, $10 for the better ones, which at the time was Volcanic Island was the most expensive one back then. It wasn't the Underground Sea, I believe, is now the most expensive one. It was Volcanic Island. I see some white borders in here. Hopefully they're unlimited moxes, but you know. Man, if I actually open an unlimited mox in this collection, the sound might cut out for a while. But that's just because I fainted and I'm sitting in the middle of my living room floor unconscious. So, Sea Monster. Oh, a Floodgate from Mirage. Inspiration from Visions. A Null from Urza Saga. Another Time Ebb. Flash Flood, or a regular Flood from 4th edition. Another Time Ebb. Puppet Master from Chronicles. You can tell because it's got the Legends logo, but it's a white border. Sea Sprite from 4th. Exodus. Remove Soul from Chronicles. Oh, man. There's a good little burst of old school cards. Another Sky Shroud Condor. 2-drop, 2/2 flyer. You cannot play Sky Shroud Condor unless you have successfully cast another spell this turn. Ah, that's pretty neat. I don't remember that card at all. So, Gaseous Form. And Betrayal. Flacco Scout. And a revised Unsummon. Revised in here. That's weird. Come on, scan card, scan. Stupid app. Come on, you can do it. It's just a card that you've had in your system for like 20 years. Come on. Jeez. It wasn't uncommon, but it's only 24 cents. Boo. Alright. So, oh hey, right to a rare. Spear of Heliod. I think that one might be $1. Maybe. Oh, and a Cold Snap rare, Shape of the Winnebago. Shape of the Winnebago. Yep, $1.25 on the Spear of Heliod. Let's see what the Shape of the Winnebago is. It's round and long, you dummy. 48 cents. Ooh, big money. Big money retiring early on this collection, let me tell you. So, yeah, money in the investing thing in Magic was totally different back then. Now, it's kind of crazy. Maybe it was there and I just didn't, none of us really noticed it as much because there was people from day one, the guy that got me into the game. Hey, look at Japanese Kaya, right? Yep, Japanese Kaya. Weird. That is the alternate art too, I think. Let's see if it brings up. Well, this app usually doesn't recognize the Japanese ones. Oh, it does recognize it, but not available on the price. So there's that. So I have no idea how much that Kaya's worth. Oh, look, basic lands, just what I was hoping for. Wanted more basic lands. I'm getting so low on them. So, yeah, the investing thing wasn't really something that was very common back there. Ooh, Profaner of the Dead. Dude's holding a guy's head in his hand. Look at the eyeballs on that dude. He's like, dude, somebody chopped off my head and now he's carrying me around like a purse. What's going on here? Cool art. Is it worth anything? Doesn't sound like it. Come on, come on. You can scan it. It's okay. That's your job. Did I already ring one up? Why didn't it ring up? Come on. Come on. Yeah, this app. Oh, I hate fighting with this app every time I do one of these collections. If anybody knows about an app that's better than the TCG player one, let me know. Because I would love a little bit better app that can scan cards quickly. Alright, I wanted to ring it up earlier, and I don't think it's worth anything because I just rang it up twice and the price barely changed by a few cents. So, yeah, I don't think it's worth anything. So, yeah, that's kind of how it was back then. But I did have the guy that I was trying to say, the guy that got me into the game, good old Spell Blast from Tempest. He actually saw the investment opportunity. Oh, a jar of eyeballs. Just what I was hoping for. You know, you can never have too many jars of eyeballs laying around. They come in handy. He saw the investment opportunities long before anybody else did. 32 cents on the jar of eyeballs. And then another Volcanic Vision. We got that one before. I think it was only a few cents. Yep, 45 cents. So I have full arts. A couple full art Battle for Zendikar lands. Nice. Never have too many full art lands. So he knew off the bat. I mean, this was back in would have been the day Revised dropped is when he got me into the game. Scroll of Avacyn, foil, in very, very worn condition. So he back then had just pallets of cases in his living room, and we're talking alpha, beta, unlimited pallets. He had probably 100, 150 sets of Power 9 from the 3 different sets. Foiled dragons, rare. So he knew back then. He kind of saw the investment potential, but he's the one that quit when Homelands came out. It was actually Ice Age, which came out a little before Homelands. He quit because they reprinted Icy Manipulator, and that was his favorite card and one of his biggest investments, because he thought the Icy Manipulator was going to be the big surprise card, because back then it was considered one of the most powerful cards in the game, you know, because it could lock down anything, including artifacts. Back then, artifacts, if you tapped them, they didn't work. So you could actually tap a artifact down and nullify the artifact. So obviously the rules have changed quite a bit since then, but that's what the original rules were like. So the Icy Manipulator was actually very, very popular back then. So it was like a $25 card, I believe, when Ice Age was released, and then it dropped down to like a $3 card almost overnight. And my buddy was furious. He was not happy at all. Oh, look, an Invasion foil. Wow, that's an old one. These foils were so different than the modern foils. I mean, you can see there's a modern foil right behind it. And I mean, the difference in the foiling was, you know, with the older border was so cool. And they still had the shooting star on them back then. So, pretty cool card. Let me see. I don't think it's worth anything. It's a 5-drop white and blue that'll at best give you 5 little 1/1 flyers. And that's if you got every color out. Let me see. These old foils have a very big boost in price because they were so hard to get. Yeah, so it went from 20 cents to 56 cents. So yeah, not much. But it's cool, old school foil to look at. Wow, there's a whole stack of foils we just hit there. That was pretty neat. So he knew, we used to go over to his house and he'd sell us like packs of Arabian Nights out of his boxes and stuff for like $5, you know, or I think it was, Antiquities was like $5 and he'd sell us Arabian Nights for 10 or something like that. It was pretty crazy. We used to go over to his house and just buy a couple packs and play the gamble, but, I'd like to think he was honest, but I have a feeling he was searching the packs, because the old packs you could search very easily. And he knew that, and we never pulled anything good out of the packs we bought off of him. So it was kind of I kind of wonder if he was searching the packs, you know. But it was still fun to open those old things, you know. I mean, I bought a beta starter off of them one time. The tournament packs were called starter decks back then. Into the Wilds. And they were, I think there were 75 cards with 3 rares or something like that. I don't remember. That was a long time ago. But hey, an old revised Desert Twister. So we go Terra Stomper. I'm pretty sure that one's not worth anything because it's in the welcome decks. So, but it was just fun to open the packs. We never got anything good, but you know, it was the gambler's premium, you know. But it was cool to actually open those, you know. Oh wow, Mythics, a Garuk. That's probably why I bought the collection. I think I remember seeing a Garuk in there. So the Blood Tyrant is $1.62 from Cons. How about the Garuk? Oh, and a Jace. Yes, I remember seeing the Jace and the Garuk. That's why I paid so much for this collection. But I couldn't see which ones they were. I just saw their... Oh, nice. The Garuk's $12. I just kind of saw them like this underneath some other cards. I could tell what they were. So I bought them. Now this one would be $11.63, but it is very heavy plate on the edges there. So it's not actually worth that, and it's bent in the corner here. So pretty rough condition. Scratches up there. How's the back look? Back's not as bad. Oh yeah, that corner's not good on the back. So it would have been an $11 card, but probably half of that at best. But luckily, I'm not too worried about selling these. I'm bought them for my own collection. Oh, Empty the Pits is underneath it, so we got a nice little stack of mythics here. The Jace, Architect of Thoughts from Return to Ravnica. Let's see what it rings up as. That one is $1.89, so not the greatest Jace apparently. Really? Man, the new Jace is pretty awesome, but that one apparently is not worth much. All right, let's see what we got here. We got a Putrid Imp from that one dual deck that's got the the skull logo. I love that skull logo. 75 cents on Empty the Pits. Oh, another one. Oh, is that whole thing foil? Oh no, yeah, that's foiled. It just doesn't look very foiled. But then we got an Urza, or no, that's oh, this is this was from that Beatdown set, I think it was called, wasn't it? What was it? Let me see what it'll scan. Little Ernam Jin. Yep, Beatdown box set, 50 cents. Oh, but that's pretty cool. I haven't seen a Beatdown card since I sold my collection 12 years ago. I did have a bunch of them in that, but just that I picked up in collections. And this is a promo card, Angelic Skirmisher. It's just got the Shooting Star logo, so I'm not sure what this would have been from. See if it scans and tells us. It says Gate Crash, but that's obviously not a Gate Crash card. Let's see, what are the other options? Media promos, $1. $1. And that would be a mint condition. Hypersonic Dragon foil. I know he's not worth anything. But we'll scan him. Why not? Goblin Heel Cutter foil. So, oh, there was a little stack of spiciness there. And we got our money back if everything was mint, but not mint. We're probably still a few bucks shy of breaking even. So, anyways, yeah. So the whole economy around Magic the Gathering didn't show up. Damnable pack. Okay. Yeah, Hypersonic Dragon, 45 cents non-foil, and I don't think these have much of a foil. What do they call it? Yeah, I can't think. It's really late. Let me see here. Let me get this real quick. Sorry, I can't do two things at once. You guys know this. 56 cents on the Hypersonic Dragon, just what I thought. All right, let's see if the pact is worth anything. Doubtful. Yep, 49 cents on the pact. All right. Well, we did get a lot more rares and mythics than I thought we'd get. Dragon Lord's Prerogative. My prerogative. So, yeah, it wasn't really a big factor back then. So, I think what I was trying to get to was that during that mirrored and block area, you could still buy older boxes fairly inexpensively. Obviously, Alpha and Beta and Unlimited had gone up like crazy because Power 9 had gone up like crazy, but like I mean, Alliance's boxes were still like just a couple $100, they weren't very expensive. Force of Will was still only like I think $15-20 card, so I had tons of Force of Wills. Another Volcanic Vision, isn't that like the third or fourth one? So I had a whole page of Force of Wills in one of my binders, and I now regret selling that collection so much. Dragon Lord, Berserker's Onslaught. The other one I scanned, it had the it's worth something Bing, but then it didn't come up, so I must have already scanned one. Let's see if I can find it in the list here real quick. No, I don't even remember. I don't see it, and I don't remember. So, oh, I think it was maybe $1 or $2 because it went up. The price went up a little bit. All right, one final little stack here, and then I will stop babbling because it's been 40 minutes already, and you guys probably all zoned out a long time ago and turned me off. So, according to YouTube, people only watch about 7 minutes of video on average. So 40 minutes, probably been talking to myself for quite a while now. Widespread Panic and Stalking Vengeance. We are getting a lot of rares in this collection for a smaller collection. There it goes. So yeah, the Widespread Panic is 40 cents, and the Dragon Lord's Prerogative, oh, it was the Berserkers we were looking at. Stalking Vengeance was 94 cents. Oh, we got a Mythic Underworld Cerberus. Huh. Wow. Cool name. From Theros. But it's under $1. Let me see. Yeah, 65 cents. All right. Last couple cards here, and nothing. Okay. All right. So our total, according to the app, is $74.30. But like I said, a lot of that is that $11 Garuk that is heavily damaged and not worth anywhere near that. So we probably pretty much broke even because I think I paid like $65 after tax, tag, title, fees, shipping, and all that. So probably broke even on this one. I've had worse, but definitely had better. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you buy these Goodwill collections? Hopefully not. Hopefully you let me waste my money to prove to you why you shouldn't waste yours, because these collections are rarely a hit. I've gotten a couple that I paid like around, I think, $40-50 for and got like $100 worth of cards, but that's rare. And all the ones that I lose a ton of money on, or the ones that you almost break even on, don't make up for it. So, or they balance it out in the negative in the end of the day. So yeah, I wouldn't waste your money on these. I'm sure Goodwill has realized over the past few years that they've sold for so much that they really need to have people checking the collections and pulling out the big dollar cards and all that, and setting it up to where they show you a couple of Planeswalkers or something, so you think it's going to be a good collection, and that's all you get in there. So anyways, let me know in the comments what you think of these and what you think about everything going on in the Magic world right now. Check out the description for good links for saving yourself some money and getting cash back on all your purchases and stuff like that. And they do help me out, help me keep the channel going. So I really appreciate every like, comment, sub, share. It means the world to me. Thank you so much, guys. You have a great night. Talk to you later. Bye.